Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do our Virgo reading for June 2021. This of course is for my fellow Virgo suns, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. Many of you are intuitively guided to the channels and you don't have that sign in your chart, or maybe you do. Thank you for trusting your intuition. More and more and more of you are I don't know. I just feel like evolving, and it feels fantastic. So, welcome everyone. We are going to start with our Mother Mary Oracle deck, and then we'll bring in the Tarot. However, I am going to introduce another new deck from created by one of our own here, one of our subscribers, one of our soul family members, named Dominic. Thank you, Dominic, for sending me the cards. They're called the Eclipse Oracle. I did send her an email and said if she wants to put a link in the comment section on if you like the cards, how to purchase them. So we're going to use them also as an oracle, but we're going to start with Mother Mary. I don't know if I cut them, so we'll recut them if I did. Can't believe I'm doing June already. I mean, didn't 2020 seem like it took 10 years to get through? And now time is flying. Just flying. Okay. We got two. We have health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Well, I like that. And we have devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Beautiful. So we'll read these at the end. And I'm telling you, hopefully you stick around till the end because when we read these, I don't know, it just blows my mind how they relate to the reading so much. All right, let's do one of Dominic's oracle cards. Again, called the Eclipse. Well, not the Eclipse Oracle. First of all, I love the feeling of them in my hand. I did already pre-shuffle all my cards. Welcomed these into our reading. Let's give them a cut. So I'm going to pull, well, I'm not going to pull, I'm going to let it come out. One. And then we may go back and use these to help us clarify also. Okay, we're going to do more than one. We have betrayal. Breach of trust, dishonesty, disloyalty, betrayal. Someone may be feeling that. And then we have anger with that. Strong emotions of displeasure, hostility, or irritation. Boiling point, rage, seethe, ill-tempered. Anger and betrayal together. Interesting. Okay, let's put those there. And let's bring in the Tarot now. Let me bring this down a little bit. We're going to use the Tarot Dreams. Again, already pre-shuffled, but we'll go ahead and give them a few shuffles. I want to thank you all for leaving your names in the comments. I love that because now, like, I can call you by name. Many times in a reading, I feel the energy, and now I have a name to put behind it. So thank you, guys. All right, let's give them a cut. We open with the Ace of Wands. I like that. We have the Nine of Swords. You know, it looks like someone maybe have a little fear wrapped around the beginning of something. You know, the Ace of Wands talks about your journey, and it's taking you down the Wands path if you choose, and that is of your desires, of your wishes, of, you know, it's your action. It takes your action to put this ace into action. But the Nine of Swords is looking right back at that. So, you know, this could be you telling yourself that something won't work out, right? It's not going to work out for me. You know, it's those reoccurring thoughts over and over again, telling yourself you can't do something, something won't work. But it's based on false beliefs. It's based a lot of times in our thought process. And listen, our thoughts aren't always the truth. We have to discern between our thoughts. So we have the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You guys know it doesn't have to be. Normally the King of Cups is someone who likes being in a relationship, prefers being in a relationship in the upright. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Three of Wands. Interesting. Oh, excuse me, just one second. Okay, it's gone for just a second. All right, let's keep going. So we have the Three of Wands under the Ace of Wands. Definitely a different way of looking at this ace, right? It's like I have two perspectives on this ace. One, okay. We have the Five of Swords comes under the Nine of Swords. So, you know, what does that tell me? That tells me that potentially there's an opportunity opening up for you. Something of your desire, right? Listen, sometimes we manifest from our subconscious mind also. So, I'm looking at this ace. I'm looking at this opportunity. And, you know, if I'm in the Nine of Swords energy, chances are I'm not going to accept this opportunity. Or if I do, am I deemed to repeat something, right? Because in that energy also exists the Five of Swords. So this tells us where some of these thoughts, the negative thoughts, are coming from. Five of Swords is usually other people, right? Other people's beliefs, other people's, you know, things that they tell you that are coming from their own negative source. Telling you you can't do something, something won't work out. And this is you, some of you, not everyone, taking it on, believing it, right? The Nine of Swords says the majority of these thoughts, these fears, whatever they are unnecessary. Unnecessary. It also connects you back somewhat to toxic energy, what feels toxic to you. Now, when I say that, I don't automatically think that everybody in your life is toxic to you. Sometimes the vibration is just different, right? Like you're meant for this in life and they're meant for this in life. And sometimes people don't like to see you do well, don't like to see opportunity come your way. I don't know why I'm picking that up right now, but, you know, The Five of Swords is saying, first of all, it's a 5, so it asks for change in that area. In the Five of Swords, for some decks, you'll see a separation of you and the other people that are causing that toxicity in your life. And I have to tell you, whether this is you physically leaving that energy or just mentally leaving other people's energy and coming back to your own through the Three of Wands. Now I can look at this ace and I can potentially see the potential, right? Enough so. In the Three of Wands, there's a ship coming towards you. So I do know this is some type of opportunity. Now, this could be talking about love for some. Let's find out. Let's go under the King and the Queen. Again, doesn't matter what your sign is. The Queen of Swords, she's someone who, listen, you come to me with truth. I don't have time for your false words. Come to me with truth. The Queen of Swords will use that sword to cut ties that don't serve her any longer. And I like that she has this sword because I do feel like in between here needs to be a cut. 5. We're in a universal year 5. So changes, whether we're on board or not, these changes are going to happen. But they are almost always for your benefit, even if it feels a little uncomfortable. This king is looking back at this queen. So, we have the Star, card of Aquarius. This is about your hopes and your dreams and your wishes, and this is about manifesting them into your world. It's interesting because, in this King of Cups, I see the cup, right? But it's like two figures holding that cup up. One steps away, that cup's going to fall. And if we look down at the Star card, same thing. She's got two pictures that she's pouring, right? Pouring her intention into the universe, wanting to bring it into her or his physical world. We have Faith, another 5, by the way. This is the Hierophant, card of Taurus. This is about your belief system. It asks you to ask yourself, where is your belief system? Is it yours or is it other people's? Sometimes we have to live in the energy of other people's energy, but to a point. Like, what am I learning here and what do I need to let go of? So I also feel like the Hierophant saying, don't give up on your hopes. Don't give up on your dreams, right? Because you can certainly manifest them. We have the Strength card of Leo. We have the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Knight of Swords coming under that 5 of Swords, under that 9 of Swords. First of all swords in this row. The Knight of Swords, this is how I think of knights. I think of knights are sent to bring us something. So they're bringing something into our world. The Knight of Swords usually is some type of communication. It can be some type of strength. Truth is what I meant to say. I'm looking at the Strength card over here. But it is heading towards the Strength card. Someone may be receiving an apology. And it then allows you to move into, I feel like, your true natural energy. Because the Strength card says that you have the ability to overcome this 9 of Swords, even the 5 of Swords, right? The overcoming of that. This is about the spirit warrior within. I need to look within. And I feel like the Hierophant is saying, look at your belief system. See what's affecting it. See what other people's words have done to you. And then, 9 is about the final reflection so that you can close that out. I feel like also the Hierophant is saying, have faith, have trust. get our last two cards out here. We have the Six of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. You know, I feel like for some of you, this is an opportunity within your financial house. This is an opportunity to do what it is maybe that you have dreamed about, right? The Eight of Pentacles is about the focus that you put in on your pentacles. This can be in your creative house also. You know, doing something in the creative world. 8, it's about a new beginning. Makes sense because right before it is the Six of Swords. Now, I kind of love this because we have the Five of Swords, right? The toxicity around you. The Nine of Swords tells me that you have taken some of this on as your own, but there's no need to, right? And I feel like that's why the Queen of Swords is saying, I'm going to use my sword to cut those ties. Believe, right? First of all, believe in yourself because this is about self. This is the energy of going into something sometimes like The Apprentice. But if you keep your focus on it, you will evolve as the master. But there does seem to be some energy, you know, that maybe wants to hold you back. I feel like when I look at the Eclipse Oracle and we have betrayal and anger, I want you to think about that because chances are, you know, we've all been betrayed, right? I mean, you know, is it just part of life? I don't know. But it feels like it, you know, being betrayed. But this is the ability to overcome that, right? Not to move into anger. Anger will not serve you. It's like drinking poison yourself, expecting the other to die from it, right? Expecting to poison the other one. So this is talking about anybody of the past, you know. I feel like you have taken that on a little bit, and you know, we need to look at these swords right here because the Six of Swords tells me that you find the ability, or you come to the realization that this energy is not serving you. And it's interesting how I said that some of you, I feel like you're subconsciously manifesting. And here's the star, right? Here is you putting your intentions into the universe. You know, you want to think about that too. Because I have the Five of Swords on one side and I have the Hierophant on the other. Interesting, they're both fives that surround your dreams, right? One is to believe in yourself, to believe in the higher power, to believe in the energetic force of the universe. And the other one is to believe what people have told me about myself. They've told me limiting, you know, things that limit my belief in myself. And I kind of feel like I am the Knight of Swords, delivering you the truth so that you can let go of it, right? Six of Swords talks about right now being in choppy waters, but it's the moving out of those choppy waters into calm waters. And then the Eight of Pentacles next to that. So if you're creating, which my Virgos love to create, so do I, right? Trust yourself, trust your intuition. And I feel like, you know, can I do something? Well, here's the opportunity. These are connected, the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. They're connected. Queen of Swords is connected to the Strength card. Sometimes I gotta learn to use that sword. That's why it's been given to me. You know, think about the Fool, and the first person the Fool meets is the Magician. And what does the Magician tell the Fool? You already have the sword. You already have the cup. You already have everything you need on this journey. But sometimes it is a step-by-step journey. Okay. Look at this. We have the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this is the energy of victory. But not just that. This is the energy when other people are looking to you, looking up to you, for what it is you have to say, what it is you bringing to the world. It's kind of nice because I feel like this is related back to this Eight of Pentacles and what I am doing, let's just say in my creative house. You know, the Hierophant's right above that. And, you know, in the pose of praying. So, you know, I kind of love the Hierophant here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the Light Seers Tarot. And let's go a little deeper. Let's figure this out. Give it a couple shuffles. So you only have 1 9. To me, you know, when you see a 9, you want to stop. You want to think about it, right? What is it asking me to reflect upon? Well, here it's, again, that excess worry that doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be there. You know, potentially there's 3 swords that did pierce the heart. And that may be what that betrayal comes from, right? And I don't know, I hope, like, you're not in the 9 of Swords and also angry at the same time. Not that you don't have a right to be angry when someone betrays you. You do. However, the sooner that you can overcome that, and that sometimes that means just getting away from that and getting back into your true, authentic self, it's always going to benefit you. Sometimes in that 5 of Swords, you know, it goes the whole way back to our parents when we were growing up, and you know, it can talk. Well, it can be anybody. It can be a place of employment. I would say don't allow yourself to engage in it though, right? Because this opportunity that's showing, it's showing for you. All right, we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to look at that Ace of Wands. Look at this. We have the 3 of Wands on above the 3, or above the Ace of Wands and below the Ace of Wands. This is how you choose to look at something. This is looking at opportunities or even just your life in an optimistic way. This is taking away those self-limiting beliefs. Again, many times they're not yours, they're other people's. And that's why the Hierophant says, stop, check your belief system, what belongs and what doesn't. 5, what doesn't, let's get rid of it, right? 3 of Wands again, I believe that all was possible. But you know, I feel like with the 3 of Wands, you go, we have the Ace. 2 is, you know, I haven't quite moved into it, but 3 is taking this step. I feel like we also may have some either 3 people with a 3 life path or a 3 personal year. You know, if you have a 3 personal year, this is the year to fulfill your dreams, really. At least the beginning of them. That's what it's about. What brings you joy? What makes your heart sing? Follow that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And then, interesting, we have the Knight of Cups. So we have 2 knights. Interesting. So, first of all, this Knight of Pentacles is the energy of your guardian angel. This is something that may have taken time, right? Could have been a slow process. Sometimes it's because of us, right? In the 9 of Swords, it's because, you know, sometimes if a pentacle, or let's say a knight brings in this pentacle, or brings in this cup, or the Ace of Wands is already here. But we're in that 9 of Swords energy. We're not going to see that potential for what it is. You know, we're going to overthink it, that type of thing. The Knight of Pentacles is the knight that you can trust. I mean, you can trust them all. But this is it's slow and steady for a reason. Now, I feel like sometimes the Knight of Pentacles, especially when it comes over something like the Nine of Swords, it's because it's waiting for you to clear certain energy. You know, I think if we look at life, what our guides are saying is there's approximately a 9-year cycle, right? And every time you get to the 9th year, let's say, it's about the reflection back. And what you're looking for is how have I grown from the last 9 years, let's say, or the last cycle of my life? What belief systems have I taken on that maybe don't belong to me? What is it that I truly want to do with my life? And I'm saying that because I feel like you have the opportunity to do that. And I definitely feel the Nine of Swords and anger and betrayal are connected. So then we have the Knight of Cups is coming over this King of Cups. Now, first of all, I like that he's got these, looks like a dozen roses in his hands. You know, red roses speak of love. This could certainly be someone of an earlier time who was, you know, in their younger years here and now showing as the king. Some of you may just receive flowers from someone, and I don't feel that they're tied back to this betrayal. It could be, you know, because truly we can overcome anything. And those that don't think so just haven't overcome yet. But I don't like that the anger is there, because I feel like anger limits us more than anything. So we have this knight. Hello, there's a little white horse behind him. Some of you may have received a letter, or you're receiving a letter, a postcard, you know, an email from someone. This person feels pretty casual. It looks like he took his hat off in a sign of respect. This could be someone who cherishes their childlike energy. We have the Page of Cups. Interesting. And we have the Eight of Cups. I wanted to take one more on that row. So the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is the walking away, right? Eight of Cups is about gaining emotional clarity in your life, over your heart, over your mind. And, you know, I feel like it's just cleaning my emotional house and then moving on. Where am I moving from the Eight of Cups? I'm moving into the Nine of Cups. So potentially I'm moving into very harmonic type energy. You know, the Page of Cups talks about self-love. And self-love isn't based in ego. What it's saying is love yourself enough to allow yourself to experience life, you know, in all areas. Like, believe in yourself. So, in a way, I feel like this king is someone of the past. You know, the Star card is below him. I just have to say, I kind of feel like this king, I don't know. I'm torn whether this is like, would I recommend you talking to this person or would I not? Well, I guess it depends what type of energy you're in. Because with the Eight of Cups, it's saying that you're finding emotional balance again, right? Especially with the Page of Cups there too. Finding emotional balance. We have the Five of Wands. And then look at this. We have the Lovers. Card of Gemini. I just did Gemini's reading also. I'm trying to think, did you come up? Probably. It's been a couple days, so I can't remember if you came up in their reading. So the Lovers, right? It's a connection. It's interesting because, you know, when I look at the Five of Wands, I feel like this is you figuring something out, right? In the Five of Wands, many times we're battling, right? We're headbutting, and everybody wants to be right, nobody wants to be wrong. Many times it just feels like there's no solution to this energy, right? But in the Five of Wands, it's very like-minded energy. These two people, or who's ever in here, are very much alike. But they're working against each other instead of together. It's like we're resisting. Like you take a battery and turn it around and it wants to pull apart, right? You know, that magnet energy. What do I want to call that? I know you guys are shouting it out right now. But it resists staying together. And that's what it feels like in the Five of Wands. Like we turned it around and now it's like boing, boing. So anyways, here's the Lovers. To me, this is about a chemistry with someone. No doubt. But yet, we can't deny that it's also coming over the Five of Swords. So I feel like this is a relationship that I had with someone back in the day that did not work out. It just didn't work out. You know, when you think of the Knight of Cups, even though he's in the upright, but the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups is over him. And sometimes that can be the acknowledgement of the energy of me being, you know, me as the king, or as the knight, let's say, earlier energy of being quite immature, self-satisfactory over anything, can be very flirty type energy, even to the point of cheating, right? And that may be what the betrayal was, you know, but I can still be connected to someone. Sometimes I have to love someone from afar and allow things to mend. Well, let's keep going. You know, and it makes sense that the Five of Wands be next to the Lovers too in this type of energy because, again, these are very like-minded people who could truly, I don't know, truly connect. And probably did. But then something seemed to come in the way. Some type of betrayal. You know, and I'm looking up at Mother Mary and I see the health card. And anger. You know, anger can really affect your health. Now, I know many times we have the reason to be angry, but we don't want to stay in that energy. And I think that's why you have a lot of fives also coming up. We have the Four of Swords. Did come in reverse. You know, that's the healing process. That's taking the time out. Taking the time that's needed to heal. Sometimes, you know, we break up with people and then we come back together too quickly, right? Nothing has changed. We'll just repeat the same thing. So in that Nine of Swords, that would make sense. Like, am I ready? I feel like if this is someone from your past and there was a betrayal, now that can be either way, right? But there was the betrayal. I feel like if this is someone that you want back in your life, I feel like it's important that you take the time to allow yourself to heal the pain of the past. Again, if I look at the Five of Wands, you know, that's a lot of ego energy, but it's everybody in this card. Everyone's ego is like illuminated. You know, but the Four of Swords in reverse. Did I give something enough time? Have I taken time out for myself, especially right next to the Hierophant, to allow myself to heal my heart. I mean, she's laying in a nest, right? It's like she's nesting, right? And maybe that's just what I need. I need to nest for a little while with my heart so I can understand it. Doesn't mean that divine doesn't want to heal you. Absolutely. But you have to also want this energy. We have the Page of Pentacles. And interesting, it came in reverse too. I don't know why. Today I'm reading reversals. I usually don't. But, you know, we don't want to be afraid of reversals. So the Page of Pentacles normally is someone who wants to learn, right? Someone who is looking for knowledge, wants to grow their pentacles, coming under the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you, I feel like you have put a block on yourself. And what have you put a block on? Well, I feel like even your abundance, your creativity, your trust in yourself to create, you know, I definitely feel like that. I feel like some of you, I don't know, I feel like I see someone opening a Bible and reading passages from the Bible. Now, maybe that helps you to understand, that, you know, that we are also spirit, right? We're not just human. So we really can overcome anything. We can. We choose whether we decide to put in the work needed, right? Or allow the healing process to take place. I know why that anger is there, because someone is, even though I have the star here, I'm wanting my hopes and dreams, the healing process has not finished. I just feel like that's it. The healing process has not finished. We have the Queen of Cups. Now we have the King and the Queen coming over strength. Again, this can be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. You guys know it doesn't have to be, though. Look at how connected she is there. You know, she's connecting to above. As above, so below. This is, you know, remembering that you're always connected. If I'm seeking wisdom, I can connect easily in this type of energy. Coming over the Strength card. And then we have the Moon, card of Pisces. Ruler of Cancer also. You know, it's like someone took this queen's crown away, and the crown wants to come back to you, right? Like, it's your rightful crown. But for whatever the reason, it does feel like it was taken. And I feel like this is learning to connect. This can be the art of meditation, right? The art of connecting to your guides, looking for whatever it is that you need to help you to overcome whatever it is that you need to overcome. Listen, if this is someone who wants to come back, but they betrayed you in the past, you don't have to take this person back. No way. You don't have to take this person back. But I feel like what's more important than that is, are you allowing yourself to heal the situation? Are you able to see yourself in it also? You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes that means that we've stayed longer. Are we able to look at the other person and try to understand, where did that energy come from? And I'm saying that because I feel like someone was living in their immature energy, you know, fulfilling their oaths, so to speak. Somebody could have, you know, drank a lot, partied a lot. And I feel like, again, back then, you know, had they healed that? Had they overcome that? Well, potentially. We have the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So, again, I feel like I have a little bit of block before my Nine of Cups. First of all, we have the Eight of Cups up here, connected to the Page of Cups. Self-love, taking care of oneself, following and allowing one to follow their dreams, their wishes. Sometimes I think we got to remember that if we start at the beginning and take it step by step and something doesn't work out, we can always change course. Sometimes giving things a chance with a clear mind, you may be surprised of like how it turns out. Now, on the other end of that, I feel the same thing of clearing your own energy, your emotional energy. And I feel like this is someone who, again, may be coming back. However, I don't like that the Four of Swords is reversed underneath them. So I'm not sure if they have evolved past that past energy, right? Because I have the Eight of Swords there too. And the Eight of Swords is, I feel like someone's fearful of moving on, of cutting ties. However, then we have the Nine of Cups. This is saying if you remove the energy of the Eight of Swords, you move into the Nine of Cups. I feel like some of you are on a guided path towards your pentacles also. I feel like some of you are working out of the home and creating from the home. Things have changed, right? We're in a new period. We're in a universal year 5. Changes are going to happen. We got to roll with them, or we kind of get stuck behind, right? The Eight of Swords, I'm kind of stuck behind. This healing, the Four Swords in reverse with the Eight of Swords. I don't know if you're allowing yourself to heal your past. I don't know if you are allowing your guides to come in and help you. Some of you, it's divine. I don't know if you've given up on your faith. If you stop praying, if you someone who prays, stop meditating, that type of thing. But as I say that, I feel like that's truly your natural energy. However, someone's taking you off course, and you are part of that, because the 8 is self. In the Eight of Swords, I'm trying to protect myself. However, there is no need for that, because, divine is in your reading. It's just that some of you just aren't feeling it. Now, if I clear this emotional house, if I get rid of the anger that I may be feeling, listen, maybe someone betrayed me and I just need to forgive them. That doesn't mean I need to take them back. Forgiving is just the art so that you can move forward without carrying their energy, without carrying that energy. Now, it doesn't mean you forget it, right? Maybe you're not meant to forget it. So the next relationship you move into, it's not to move into it fearfully. It's just to move into it with my eyes wide open. If I move into a relationship with my eyes wide open, whatever I need to see will reveal itself. I don't know. It's not very often I feel in a Virgo reading where there is a lot of self-doubt about even you creating and what you're creating. Some of you are holding yourself back from something that I feel like would bring you a lot of joy, to be honest. Happiness. And this Nine of Cups is not attached to anybody else. It's not someone else making me happy. It's me making me happy, right? Happiness starts from within. Coming over that Eight of Pentacles, I often feel the Eight of Pentacles gives us an opportunity to focus on something that does bring us joy. And as we naturally do that, a lot of this energy will fade away. Now, I'm not going to forget that we have the Lovers here. And a matter of fact, what I want to do before I let you go is I want to look at the King. I'm going to look at this line straight down here where we have the King and the Knight. We have the Four Swords in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords. But ultimately, we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is letting the toxicity go. We have the High Priestess. Interesting, she's in reverse. This is your intuition. This is why the Eight of Swords is here, because I'm not trusting within my own intuition, right? Which is my guiding light. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is your guardian angel. It's almost like you're, you know, it's like this reading is saying, listen, my dear, you're protected on this journey. However, you know, what you want to do is don't allow yourself to become trapped in your own thoughts, your own fears, your own anger over others, right? Allow things to heal. The High Priestess is, I'm not feeling divine's help, but the Hierophant is right there, so you have it, right? It's there, you're just not feeling it. Okay, well, now I want to add the Lovers in with that. Or maybe I just want to look at the Lovers, period. Look at that, the Five of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. And then we have the Queen of Swords again with the Page of Swords. Just look at this page. Just look at the light bulbs, right? To me, these are epiphanies. This is direction. This is the way to go. Look at the Queen. She's sitting there very mellow, I feel. Almost like she's thinking about her life, but she's looking outward. You know, she's looking outward. Her sword is down. She's not in a defensive energy here at all. So it's like it's giving you the direction to go. I have to say, you know, where'd we put these? Okay, I know it's a lot of cards, but so I got the Five of Cups came out over the Lovers, and I just want to kind of look at the Lovers. So this is someone that I probably have been with. This is someone that my heart kind of yearns for them. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles over that, though. So I have to say, this is a very strong energy. Again, a 9, right? A 9 is surrounding this Lovers, but two completely different energies. Nine of Pentacles is a very independent type energy, right? I make my own money. I take care of myself. I build my foundation, right? This is self-employment. Some of you, you know, I know many of you have spiritually type businesses, and I know many of you have your own channels, and you do talk about love and the overcoming of the past. Some of you, I feel like this Lovers, you know, here's this King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I don't know if I said that. We have potentially Leo twice. Okay. This is what I feel all of a sudden. I feel like this King of Cups. Now listen, I don't want you to think about water. I just want you to think about someone who I feel like was emotionally immature. I feel like someone who definitely thought of themselves. You know, listen, they could have been very romantic coming in, but I feel like there was a breakdown of this relationship. I just don't feel like they, and it could be both, were not ready for maybe the type of love that you yearn for yourself. So I feel like this Five of Cups is not this king. So in this Five of Cups, I don't feel like it's him that I'm missing or her. I feel like it's the energy of the Lovers. And it can be someone who you know, and what I feel also, I just want to say is I feel like when you gain your strength, I feel like in the Queen of Swords energy, she is the one who may be reaching out to another. I also feel this is saying, as it relates to love, you know, here is the Lovers. That may just simply say, because it's coming from your guardian angel, it may simply say that you can let go of control of this. You can let go of control of, when this type of love enters your world, and how you will be in it, right? 9 of Pentacles, again, independent. 9 of Cups, happy, right? Happy within my own life, doing what it is that brings me a sense of joy. So I feel like this is someone who is yet to come in. And I'm kind of feeling like this king, again, can be queen, but I am feeling like they probably did do a number on you, right? And this is probably why we're seeing betrayal and anger. So it's interesting because I felt from the get-go, like, this could be someone who's evolved, absolutely. But the more I look at it, I don't know that they've evolved as much as they need to give you the type of love that you want in your life, right? You want a partner. You don't want to wonder, like, oh, where are they at? What are they doing? This type of thing, right? But I feel like this love is coming into your world. But first, there is the process of letting go of the past. Just learning from it, right? I feel like, if someone like this king comes back into your life, and, they can be very charming. Very charming. But I feel like you have grown so much spiritually that you can see, if you allow yourself, it's like using your spiritual lens to discern who is good for me, who is not. Because I do feel like the walking away, even if it hurt, was the best thing that could happen for you. And I feel like, you're on a guided path on how you make your pentacles. Being within the energy of the 5 of Swords does not serve your pentacles, does not serve what it is that you want to bring to the world. But your guardian angel is connected to this lover, but so is the 9 of Pentacles. Feeling strong, feeling independent. Maybe this was of a younger time when I wasn't quite there, right? I feel like that page needs to turn around, and I just need to look at everything through a spiritual lens, and that'll give you the direction of which way to go here. Okay, I want to pick these up, and I'm not quite done yet. Let me just pick these up real quick. Just not done with you yet, Virgo. I want to go a little deeper here. Let's not forget the stars here. And the Hierophant side by side. This is having faith within your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. This is you having the ability to manifest. Here is the Ace of Wands. It's like, boom, here it is, right? But again, what's attached to it is the 9 of Swords. And why am I in the 9 of Swords over this next opportunity? Well, this King of Cups has something to do with that, right? So in some way it could be, again, someone who comes in very loving, but may have definitely hurt you with their words. But here's the Queen of Swords, and when she's the queen, she knows how to use that sword. There's nothing that she's hiding, right? There's no mask on. She just knows. She's feeling what needs to be cut. She knows what's true in her life. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. I think Virgo's going to have a long reading. And let's just get a little more clarity on that. I feel like I need a little bit more clarity. A little bit more clarity. Well, we have the Three of Swords. And look what comes up with that Three of Swords. This King of Cups. First of all, let's just talk about the King of Cups again, because I don't want to say any King of Cups that's coming back is going to have bad energy and that type of thing. I feel like you need to use your own spiritual discernment over this person. But now it's directly connecting the swords, the Three of Swords, to this king. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Ask and ye shall receive. Tell me more. Tell me more. We have the Eight of Wands. What I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring it back. This can be very fast-moving energy also. You can feel chaotic. I hope someone's not pressuring you. Like, take me back, take me back. But, again, has anything changed? Well, you know, you may yearn for them, but are they the best thing for you? Well, they're coming in what feels like chaotic energy. If they're coming in, look at this. We have the Five of Wands again. We have the Two of Wands connected to the Star. All I got to say is, if this is the king that you want back, then it's going to be very important that you look at that. The Lovers. The Lovers is back. Now it's next to the Star. First of all, Gemini and Aquarius side by side. This is about the Two of Wands moving into the Star, into the Lovers energy. Interesting. What was I going to say? Again, this king, if it's someone that you want back, I feel like just, you know, I've got to see it from all angles, even my part in it, for it to evolve. We have Judgment. Judgment is about a rebirth. It's a call to attention. Present moment energy. We have the Hierophant back again. Again, Carter Taurus. Bummer. We have the Nine of Swords back again. Ugh. But the Hierophant's right next to it. You know, it's like the Hierophant is really blessing you to help you overcome this Nine of Swords. Looks like he's just concentrating right on this Nine of Swords. Knows what you're thinking, right? Knows what you're feeling. Why does this King of Cups keep being attached to Nine of Swords energy? Even though we keep getting the Star at the same time. We have the Sun. The Sun came in reverse. Still a good card. Sun's about illumination. Sun is about, you know, living your inner child, allowing your inner child to live. You know, why is that Nine of Swords there? Well, because it's like I'm living in the shadows. I'm unsure, right? Because of the shadows. The shadows now have become part of my mindset. The Hierophant's trying to heal that, trying to bless that. You know, when the sun turns around, and it will give you the illumination you want. But the Nine of Swords is kind of blocking that right now. It's still here. So it says you can have that illumination, but I've got to get out of my head, so to speak. Again, yet there's a blessing, right? There's a blessing there for you. Sun card of Leo. We have Leo and Gemini now tied together. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So this Judgment card is directly connected to you now. Call to attention, right? What it talks about is, you know, first of all, Judgment is about our ancestors. This is our spiritual team. This is those who are assigned to us. Yes, you have angels and guides and archangels that are assigned particularly to you. And they're calling for your attention, right? Present moment energy. I'm just going to say it. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't feel that the King of Cups, and I know for some maybe it's fine. I don't feel like he's the one to like reinvest your time in. It's up to you, of course. But the healing there, I mean, you know, he keeps connecting himself to the Nine of Swords. And casting shadows at the same time. Some of you, it's like, you know, I want to find this lovers. And I feel like what your guides are saying is, don't look back, look forward. Right? Look forward. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who reads between the lines. She's someone who can see the things that other people may miss, right? She's that very logical, but yet I feel psychic type energy. And it's learning to use it really cohesively. So the Judgment, again, a rebirth, right? Five of Wands is above that. So that talks again about ego energy. And I feel like it's just saying, there's someone that seems to keep you in this type of energy. Just, you know, someone who's betrayed you, that seems to keep you in the anger. Anger could certainly fit in that Five of Wands. Change. I need to change that. Judgment. Listen, if what you really want, the Star, your true desires, is the lovers, then it's about looking forward. Even if it's someone, it doesn't mean that someone from the past can't come back, but they will come in new energy, right? Evolved energy. I'm sorry, Kings of Cups, I just don't feel like this energy has evolved. So I don't feel like this king is the perfect choice at this time. Again, I'm just saying cups because, you know, it's cups, but it's more about the person. Again, I feel like it's someone who emotionally immature. I feel like I question if, you know, maybe they're a heavy partier and may claim that, you know, I hardly even party anymore. But yet I don't know that that's the truth. I don't know that they've taken the time to evolve themselves. They may have aged themselves, but not evolved themselves. So your spiritual team wants you to let go of the ego energy and start thinking about what it is you want, right? And how you want it to show. The Star, it's like you're manifesting, but as you're manifesting, know what it is that you want to manifest. Be clear about it. Nine of Swords, I'm not very clear about it. I have more fear than anything. So, why? Because the shadows are still there. However, the Hierophant, right, is here. And yes, it's a card of Taurus. But you have the Hierophant and the Sun on both sides of this Nine of Swords. So I feel like we got to turn the Sun around. The Sun is there. So the truth is there. The path is there. It's all there. But I don't see it. I don't feel it. Because of probably my thought system. Okay. Well, let's use Dominic's deck, the Eclipse. I keep seeing the Eclipse Oracle. Let's go ahead and use it for clarifiers. Oh. Again, I want to thank you, Dominic, for sending me your new deck. I hope you do really well with them. Well, I like how that just floated out. We have information, learning, researching, analyzing, taking a closer look, investigate, scrutinize. Don't believe the first thing you hear. Okay. We have one that flew off board, but we'll get it. We have disconnection. Break in connection. No communication. Separation. Coming over that king. We have family. Relatives, parents, siblings, spouse, children. Some of you may be moving back home, back to where you used to live. Reconnecting with old friends. Coming over that Eight of Wands. We have beginnings. I believe this is judgment. A new season. Transcend. Fresh start. Rebirth. Transmutation. Transformation. Over the Five of Wands. And then we have affection. This is the first time I've used these cards, so I have to look them myself. Endearment, overflow of positive emotion, warmth, fondness. This is coming over the Two of Wands. Let me get this other card. Guarded. Closed off. Things yet to be revealed. Braced. Cautioned. Private. Muted. Conversations. Coming over that king. I feel like, like look at the chain, right? And the lock. I don't see a key anywhere. So I feel like this is you guarding yourself from this person. And that's all I'm going to say about this king. King of Cups. We have self-sabotage. Avoidance of making decisions or taking beneficial action. Procrastination. Self-defeating. Conflicting personality. Giving excess credence to the inner critic. Repeating same ineffective patterns. Feels like the Nine of Swords, right? Just let me say, I feel like, again, if there's someone of your past, right? And listen, I mean, I've been with people that I've loved, and then, something happens, you break up with them, and you find yourself in this lonely period. And in that lonely period, you've got to be careful, because that's a lot of times where we end up taking an ex back that really has not evolved. And then it feels like we're deemed to repeat it. That Nine of Swords that we keep seeing could mean that, right? That I keep giving them a chance, but it doesn't seem to evolve. I feel like some of you, this just is not your path any longer, right? That path is ended. You got to let it go. New beginnings, right? New season. Same as judgment. Call to attention. Your seeds, your aces that are coming in the present moment. Self-sabotage. Over the Lovers. We have creativity. Personal expression. Originality. Inspiration. Imagination, perceiving the world in new ways, bringing transformative ideas to life. Coming over judgment with the Queen of Pentacles below that. I often, in a reading, no matter who's reading I'm doing, I feel the Queen as a business owner, someone who moves up in the career world, right? Why? Because there's something unique about them. The ability of what they can do. Creativity. I feel that's the same thing. Excuse me one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had a knock at my door. All right, I want to look at this last line here. We have fulfillment coming over the Hierophant, attainment, accomplishment, content, peace of mind, enjoyment, nostalgia, pleasant memories. Just look at the picture. You know, you can see the contentment on her face coming right over the Hierophant. Your belief system back on track. We have teacher, probably the Hermit, mentor, counselor, spiritual advisor, advice, an experience that acts as a teacher to enable growth and learning. I like that, Dominic. I like that. An experience that acts as a teacher to enable growth and learning, coming over that Nine of Swords. This is, I feel like, the most important part of the reading is the reflection over why that Nine of Swords exists. We have blessings. Beautiful. Coming over the Sun, abundant, success, wishes fulfilled, positivity, generosity, warmth, divine grace. Beautiful. And then last but not least, we have glitter. External appearances or environment, outward mask, vanity, ego, coming over the Queen. Under judgment, under creativity, and under beginnings. So, you know, and then even though this Sun is in reverse, like I said, it's still in your reading, and now we have blessings over that, right? So I feel like this is saying, just be careful that you're not self-sabotaging yourself due to a feeling of loneliness. I feel like what it's saying is find that inner happiness, that inner joy within you. And a lot of times it comes from moving into your creative energy. And then I feel like this Lovers, listen, I feel like the Lovers exist. I don't think it's the King of Cups. Again, it doesn't, don't worry about water. I just don't. There's too much difficult energy around him. Honestly, I feel like some of you are moving back, like maybe back to your hometown, back to a place where, you know, you felt good. It feels like a new beginning for you there. Also, I feel like what it does is it opens up your creative house if you allow it. And out of that creative house, I feel like really you can create anything you want. I want to, before I let you go, I just want to look at anger and betrayal. And we'll let that be the last cards. And then we'll read from the Mother Mary deck. Purge. Well, that makes sense, right? Purge. Releasing of repressed emotions. It makes perfect sense. Coming over betrayal and anger. And with that is limits. Boundaries. Setting limits. Restraints. Okay, so to me, it verifies that this person, and listen, it doesn't mean that someone from your past may not be coming back or you're going to meet each other again. But what it is saying is don't hold on to this old energy because it's not serving you at all. Not at all. There's reasons, understandably, right? The Three of Swords right here. We know why. But there needs to be reflection over how it then, you know, if I stay in this energy, what it does is it's limiting you It's limiting you from being all that you want to be. Teacher, I love coming right over. It's probably the Hermit, but coming right over the Nine of Swords. It's telling you there is something to be learned from this. Sometimes it's our own actions. Sometimes it's how long did we stay? Did we stay longer than we need to? Sometimes it's where's my vibration? Am I in a low vibration? As the Nine of Swords, I feel is due to uncertainty. And then do I keep manifesting from that energy? It's not what you want to do, right? You want to clear that energy. Everything's saying clear it, right? Just clear it, purge it, let it go, understand it, and then release it so that what wants to begin can begin. And I often feel, especially in a Virgo's reading, that the more you move into your creative house, the more joy you naturally put out into the universe. And that is then what the universe will match. Well, if Virgo's putting out this joyful energy, then I want to bring something back to Virgo within that same energy. So I don't want to manifest out of the Nine of Swords. I just don't. That's where I want to take a moment. You know, that Four of Swords is in reverse. I feel like it's saying take a moment, think about it, reflect upon it, learn from it, and then move on to your rightful path. And your rightful path, to me, is about, first of all, love. And I do feel like the lovers does exist, just not in the form that maybe you thought, right? Just thought that that's the way it was. However, you know, I feel like this king really did a number on you. However, you know, what can I say? I feel like, however, I feel like you've got to reflect upon it so you can let it go, so you can allow these new beginnings to begin. Open up your creative house. I know many of you already have. I know many of you, this is probably, you've been there. But you may be in that period where you feel like you're longing for someone, which is fine, but don't, I often feel like when someone comes into my life, if I give them the time and the chance, they will reveal their true selves to me, right? It's not about going in. First of all, I feel like if you find that this king wants to come back into your life, but they have not grown, I would advise you not to take them back because I feel like there's too much waiting for you. That is a personal choice, but it's just how I'm picking it up, right? Fulfillment here. I feel like that's either the 10 or 9 of Cups and coming over the Hierophant. Hierophant giving you a blessing. It's almost like a mental blessing, right? But then from that, learning from your experiences. Sometimes, though, I don't repeat them, right? That's what I feel. Okay, let's read the Mother Mary cards, and let's start with health. Now, if you're holding on to a lot of anger, it will affect your health. You know, those emotions have to come out in some way, and sometimes they can come out as an illness. Sometimes, it can be depression. It can come. They have to come out. So think about that. All right, health. This card comes to you as a reassurance that your prayers about health and healing have reached heaven above. They may be answered differently than you expect, however, so it's important to stay alert and open to your intuitive feelings, which guide you to action steps. Let's not forget, we started with the Ace of Wands. That's action. Take them, even if they seem unrelated to your prayers. Mother Mary sends you and your loved ones her blessings. Like her, you can receive and transmit God's magnificent healing love. You may even feel called to conduct healing sessions professionally, and this card assures you that your calling is fully supported by heaven. Beautiful, because I feel like it is our past experiences that give us the wisdom that eventually put us in the teacher's role. Devotion. This card reminds you to stick with what you believe and not to waver from your values. If someone or something tempts you away from your basic core beliefs, pray for the strength to say no. Don't go chasing illusions of more money or love when everything you need and desire is available to you now if you simply recommit to what is right for you. What's important to you? That is the answer you seek. Spend time in prayerful communication with God and pour your heart out to Him about your feelings, including any fears or doubts. God and Mother Mary love you unconditionally and are here for you right now. Pray for clarity about your true priorities, values, and beliefs, and then base your decisions upon this solid foundation. Commit to your beliefs and devote yourself to God, and everything else will take care of itself. Beautiful. I feel like it's exactly what you needed to hear. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm already pretty long. Wow. We're already over an hour. We're going to be about an hour and a half. So anyways, guys, I love you. I want to thank you for just allowing me to bring out this energy for you. I know it can be difficult if I'm back in the Nine of Swords. But listen, many of us have been in that energy or now are on the other side of that. So, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you overcome what doesn't serve you. Mainly by our experiences. Many of us have been there. Many of us have been there. But, as it relates to love, listen, you want true love, right? You want someone who wants to make a commitment to you, a true commitment. I just don't feel like that's in the person of the King of Cups. However, I'm not. I also feel though there is someone special that is on your path, but the energy seems to need to be cleared first, right? Many of us get stuck. How? Well, praying about it. First of all, looking at it, realizing, being honest with yourself, praying to help you overcome it. And then I feel many times moving into your creative house helps keep your mind, your heart, and your soul busy in a good way, which then turns around and helps bring that type of energy back to you. You have the Nine of Pentacles, so you have the opportunity for true success in what it is you want to do. You got to believe in yourself, right? Believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to fail, but have your eyes wide open. I think that's the main thing. Eyes wide open. I love you guys. I'm going to stop talking because this is a long reading. So thank you for your patience, number one, if you made it to the end. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Just thank you for everything. I'm not even going to go through the long list. You know I love you, and I appreciate everything about you, and I am so grateful that you're part of my soul family. I will see you guys in the readings. Bye-bye.